My child, whom I formed with my own hands and called by name before the foundations of the world, I speak now with the full weight of my authority and the tender depth of my love. I am the Lord your God, eternal and unshakable, and I have not taken my eyes off you, not even for a moment. You are not a fleeting thought or a passing breath. You are my chosen, the one in whom I take great delight. My plans for you are not uncertain nor dependent on circumstances. They are anchored in my unchanging nature, sealed by the blood of my Son, and guarded by the host of heaven. What I have ordained for you is immovable, and no hand raised in defiance can hinder what I have set in motion. No earthly ruler, no dark power, no trial or delay can cancel what I have already commanded into existence. My word is living and active. It does not fade or fail. It accomplishes exactly what I send it forth to do. And I have spoken goodness over your life. I have declared favor to rest upon you like the dawn that does not ask permission to rise. Let not your soul tremble when you see the storm clouds gather or hear the roar of nations. The world may be in chaos, but I remain unchanging. I remain your rock, your defender, your shelter beneath the wings of my presence. Fix your spirit upon me. Let your heart grow still in my voice. Do not drink from the noise of the world, but eat the bread I give. Let it fill your soul with peace where anxiety once screamed. Let my whispers become your anchor, for I speak not to confuse you but to steady you. In the quiet where you sit with me, where you lay aside your striving and come with open hands, I am doing a deep and holy work. I am etching my truth upon your innermost places. I am forming you like a vessel in the fire, not to destroy, but to purify. I am marking you, not with what fades, but with what endures. You are being sealed with purpose that cannot be bought, with clarity that does not bow to confusion. This is not the hour for half-hearted belief. This is the time to set your eyes like flint. I am asking for your undivided heart, not out of demand, but because of the weight of the glory I long to entrust to you. I am not seeking the surface of your worship, but the roots. I am not stirred by fleeting devotion. I seek loyalty forged in a furnace, faith that holds to me even when the heavens seem silent. I am entrusting you with heavenly responsibility, and so I call you to walk in trust without bargaining, without delay. You are not an accident of time. You are not a misstep of fate. You were called out from among many, refined in the fire of testing, and chosen to carry what the world cannot define. You bear my image, and more than that, you bear my assignment. Stay close to the path I have laid beneath your feet. Do not veer into distraction. Do not let discouragement become your companion. Do not let the lies that echo in the night steal the truth I have planted in the light. Fear has no claim on you. Shame has no place in you. Doubt has no authority over you. My promises are not fragile dreams. They are eternal decrees written by my own hand. They are as sure as the rising sun and more constant than the tides. What I have spoken over you will come to pass in its time. You will not only hear of it, you will behold it. You will walk in it. You will touch it and know that I, the Lord, have done it. And to those whose hearts are split, who linger at the edge of surrender, I still extend mercy. But to those who cling to me with unwavering resolve, who bear the cost of obedience in a world that mocks holiness, I will not withhold my reward. I will pour out upon them increase, and with it, honor. Their pain will be turned into song. Their ashes will be exchanged for beauty. Their mourning will become dancing, not by their strength, but by the power of my Spirit. These are not empty comforts. These are my unshakable decrees. I am preparing you to carry my name with power, to extend my mercy like oil upon the wounds of the broken. I will wrap you in garments of patience. I will crown you with endurance. I will place a new laughter in your spirit, a joy that no thief can steal. My presence will shine through your countenance, and those who look upon you will see not your strength, but mine. I will cause healing to flow from your words and from your hands. Not just for you, but for those I will bring into your life, searching for peace, hungry for hope, desperate for rest. You will not need to strive for wisdom, for I will place it on you like a mantle. You will not need to chase significance, for my spirit in you will draw the weary, the hungry, and the lost. And what you plant in quiet obedience will rise in full bloom. Your hidden faithfulness will produce a visible harvest. Your labor will be remembered in my courts, and I do not forget. This is my covenant with those who are mine, to give them not only life, but life abundant. Not only peace, but supernatural peace that silences storms. I set a table for you, not just in seasons of ease, but in the presence of opposition, and I cause your cup to overflow. I assign my angels to surround your dwelling, to keep watch over the paths you walk. My word is not meant to be skimmed like a surface stream, it is meant to be drunk like living water. Let it be your portion. Let it be your compass. Let it be your joy. Because you have seen only the edge of what I will do. And even as I unfold my truth in layers, your heart must be made ready, for I have more to reveal, more to pour out, more to accomplish in and through you. The days are filled with illusions, and many parade counterfeit wonders in order to deceive those who do not seek me. But what I will establish through your life will bear no shadow of pretense. My glory needs no defense. My power speaks for itself. So let nothing cause your spirit to shrink back. Do not let fatigue become your counselor. Do not let your disappointments write your story. I am the author and the finisher, and I have not handed over the pen. Even mountains that seem immovable will fall before me. Even barriers that rise like iron gates will melt before the fire of my presence. The weapons formed against you will not prosper. The voices raised against you in judgment will be silenced. Not because of who you are, but because of who I am. My dear child, one of the ways you can show your faith in me is by clicking the Super Thanks button. This simple act becomes more than a gesture. It becomes a visible expression of your trust in my provision and your desire to help carry my message to those who are still wandering, still longing to be found. My beloved, every step you take in faith is seen. Every act of trust, no matter how small it may seem to the world, is a fragrance that rises to my throne. When you choose to give, to support what carries my voice into the darkness, you are not simply giving to a cause, you are aligning your heart with heaven's purpose. You are standing in agreement with my desire to reach those still wandering in the shadows, those who cry out but have not yet heard my name spoken with love. You are taking part in the fulfillment of my word, in the proclamation of good news to the poor, freedom to the captives, healing to the brokenhearted. I did not call you to chase after the fading illusions of wealth, nor did I anoint you so you could build towers of pride that glorify your own strength. The favor resting upon your life is not a badge of self-exaltation, but a mantle of sacred responsibility. I did not pour my blessing into your hands so it might grow stagnant there. What I give is not meant to be stored in vaults, but released into the rivers of mercy. You are chosen to walk in the abundance of my kingdom, not draped in vanity, but in the humility that reflects my Son. What flows from me into you is holy, and what you pour out in my name becomes a living testimony. Feed the hungry with it. Clothe the forgotten with it. Lift up the widow and cradle the orphan. Let your tables stretch wide and your doors stay open, for in doing so, you welcome me. Do not allow your gaze to linger on the glimmering snares of this age. The treasures of earth decay, but what I deposit in your spirit is incorruptible. Guard it with vigilance. Let your eyes turn from every crooked path, from all that entices but devours. The soul is shaped by what the eyes behold and what the ears receive. Be watchful. Be sober. Let your heart remain soft in my hands, pliable and ready to obey. Let no bitterness find a root in you. Let no jealousy poison your peace. Let no lust distort the beauty of what is holy. The voice of envy and pride may clamor at your door, but do not grant them entrance. Let righteousness be the gatekeeper of your thoughts. Let holiness guard the chambers of your soul. Speak only what edifies. Let your mouth be an outflow of grace, not venom. Refrain from words that destroy. Turn from slander, for it is a weapon forged in darkness. Resist the urge to tear down what I have built. Let no lie be entertained, no deceit be sheltered. I have called you to speak life, to bind up wounds, to comfort those who mourn, not with empty phrases, but with the breath of my spirit echoing in your speech. Be a vessel through which I can flow freely. Set your speech apart, that even in silence, your presence testifies of me. Each morning I breathe over you again. I awaken you not with chance, but with purpose. I call your name in the stillness before dawn. I surround your room with mercy before your eyes open. And when your feet touch the earth, you are not stepping into uncertainty, but into the plan I have already authored. Declare it boldly, say it without hesitation, that I am your refuge, your fortress, your portion forever. Let the heavens hear it and the darkness scatter. My protection encircles you like a wall of fire. I cover you with the shelter of my wings. You are not exposed to the wrath of the enemy, for I myself have drawn the line the adversary cannot cross. The weapons formed against you may be many, but not one shall prosper. I am not slack concerning my promises. I am the God who sees, and I have seen the injustices, the betrayals, the whispered lies spoken behind closed doors. But I have also seen your restraint. I have seen how you remained still when you could have fought. How you chose peace when vengeance called your name. That humility, that surrender, is not weakness, it is the might of heaven flowing through a willing heart. I do not overlook such things. The heavens record them. And in the fullness of time, justice shall bloom like the dawn. The strength you feel rising within you, it is not your own. It is mine. I am clothing you with power from on high. Not the kind the world understands, but the kind that holds steady when storms howl. The kind that sings even in the prison. The kind that loves when hated, that blesses when cursed, that stands tall when every voice says, fall. You will not retreat. You will not collapse under pressure. I have made your foundation firm. I have set your feet upon a rock, and that rock will not be moved. My word upholds you. My spirit infuses you. My love surrounds you like a shield that no force can penetrate. I see what no one else sees. I hear the cries that never reach human ears. The battles you fight in silence, the heaviness you carry in the unseen places, none of it escapes my notice. You are not invisible to me. You are not forgotten. The valley has not swallowed you. The darkness has not won. Even when your hands are weary and your hope flickers like a fading ember, I am with you. I am holding you in the place where only my light can reach. And that light is enough. It is the spark that will ignite again. You are standing on the edge of a turning. The hour is not distant, it is here. The mantle I've placed on you is not for tomorrow, it is for now. Rise not with borrowed strength, but with the breath of my spirit surging within you. The past is no longer your measure. Shake it off like the dust of a long-forgotten path. Lay down the garments of shame. Refuse the lies that seek to tether you to failure. I never defined you by your wounds. I never measured you by your mistakes. I have always known the end from the beginning, and even when you fell, I was already reaching to lift you. Let the truth of my love become your mirror. Let it define your steps, your speech, your sight. Look at yourself not through the lens of regret, but through the lens of redemption. My blood has spoken a better word over you. No tongue of man or voice of hell can overrule what I have declared. You are mine. You bear my image. You carry my breath. Let every chain that still clings to you break now, not by force, but by the freedom of my spirit rushing in like wind over dry bones. Let life return. Let clarity rise like a morning sun over the fog of yesterday. Now I arise, not with delay, not with hesitation, but with the full force of my righteousness to stand in your defense. I stretch out my hand to deal with those who caused you harm in secret and in silence, those who smiled to your face but plotted behind closed doors. Every deceptive whisper that sought to stain your name, every tongue that dared to twist truth into lies, I will confront and bring into judgment. I will be your shield, your vindicator, your holy defense. The word spoken against you in darkness shall be overturned by my light. The snares laid for your soul will be broken under the weight of my justice. Remain anchored in the counsel of my word, draw deeply from its rivers of truth, and let your heart be soaked in my unfailing love. As you continue to walk uprightly, I will strengthen you in your inmost being. You will not be shaken. My presence will move with you like the sun that warms the earth at dawn, casting away the frost of yesterday's sorrow and ushering in the promise of new mercies. In your home, in your labor, wherever your feet touch the ground, I will go before you and make a way. Within you, a divine boldness will begin to bloom, not loud or boastful, but steady and sacred, like the hush before a mighty wind sent from heaven. You will not tremble before trials as you once did. The fear that once clouded your vision will lift. You will walk forward with clarity, closing doors that lead to destruction, doors dressed in false beauty but rotting with betrayal behind them. I will open your eyes to the counterfeit. I will teach you to discern between what flatters and what nourishes. Pour your whole trust into me. Do not withhold even a sliver of your heart. Each morning, lift your burdens to me and let your soul receive my instruction, for I am planting a living seed in your spirit. It will not lie dormant. It will grow in quiet places, and it will bloom where only obedience has tread. Guard what I give you. Nurture it through devotion. Water it with expectancy and feed it with the quiet labor of faith. Soon, you will behold what your heart has only dared to hope for, beauty that does not decay, strength that does not falter, joy that does not diminish with passing days. You will see fruit born not of the flesh, but of my spirit, fruits that testify of heaven, that speak of my nearness, that remain untouched by the world's decay. And when others gaze upon your life, their all will not be in you, but in me, the living God who walks with you. You will no longer be ensnared by the praise of men or lured by voices that promise peace yet deliver chains. I will make your spirit clear as crystal. You will see with eyes anointed by truth. You will hear with ears tuned to the frequency of heaven. And you will act not out of haste or fear, but out of my wisdom anchored in eternity. My peace will rest upon you, not the fragile peace the world gives, but my own peace, which settles storms and speaks calm into the deepest places of your being. All the noise that once surrounded you, the clamor of expectations, the judgments, the endless opinions, they will lose their grip and fall like leaves beneath your feet. Those who sought to rise against you will fade like shadows under the blaze of my midday sun. This is the hour when I pour joy into your soul, not fleeting, not conditional, but rooted and immovable. A joy that dances even in the midst of mourning, that sings even through the ache of waiting. I breathe into your frame a sacred strength, a renewal so pure it cannot be mimicked by willpower or discipline alone. This is my gift to you. Reach for it, take hold of it, and let it shape you. Do not let it pass you by. Return to me, not with ritual, but with sincerity. Give me your heart again and again. Pour it out, and I will fill it to overflow. Let your home become a refuge, a sanctuary soaked in my presence. Rise with gentleness. Greet your loved ones not only with words, but with the tenderness that reflects my love in your eyes. Cast off anger before nightfall. Refuse to make room for bitterness in the sacred silence of your rest. Keep your soul clean, not for appearance, but because it is where I dwell. When your thoughts race and the weight of the world presses in, I will be the calm that steadies you. I will be the restraint that holds your hand when impatience burns. Do not carry the burden of the day into the night. Do not allow chaos to enter the holy stillness of your dwelling place. Remember, a soft answer can silence the fiercest rage. Let that wisdom become the guardian of your speech. When your emotions stir like fire, speak words that heal. Withhold your hands from wrath and your tongue from judgment. I long to pour out more than blessings upon you. I desire to see your very life become a reflection of my holiness, a testimony of my power. Let love lead your footsteps. Let mercy soften your tone. Let patience become your posture. Even in laughter, speak with kindness. Do not let jest become cruelty. Let reverence guide every word that passes your lips. Let your home carry the scent of heaven, and let your rooms echo with songs that exalt my name. Press forward, not in search of perfection, but because you are made to walk in the light. Do not let my words remain written only on pages, etch them upon your spirit. Let them shape the rhythm of your days. Place my promises not only on your walls, but deep within your inner being. Fill your home with the sound of worship and the steady voice of truth. Let my light flood each room, not through extravagance, but through peace, through gentleness, through unshakable love. If you seek to delight my heart, then let your life be the proof. Let it show in the way you move, the way you speak, the way you love without fear. As you are transformed by my spirit, your atmosphere will shift, and the hearts around you will begin to bend toward the light. Not because of doctrine, but because of me, alive in you. They will feel the nearness of my heart through your words. They will encounter my grace through your patience. They will be touched by my spirit through your quiet, unwavering strength. Their eyes will begin to open, not to ritual, but to reality. I will make myself known. I am not confined to certain days or sacred buildings. I do not wait behind altars to be acknowledged. I am the living God, present in your rising and your lying down, near in the mundane and in the miraculous. I am the one who gathers the broken, who lifts the weary, who restores the years the locusts have eaten. You are precious to me, more than gold refined in fire. I hold you as a jewel in my hand, not to display, but to protect and to cherish. Those who love me dwell in my presence, and to them I give the treasures of heaven. They seek me in silence, and I answer with power. I clothe them with honor. I fill them with wisdom. I bind their wounds until they shine with new strength. You belong to me. You are not of the night, nor of the confusion that rules this world. You have turned your face toward me, and I have set my seal upon you. You will not break beneath this burden. You will not be overcome. I, the Lord your God, who walked with you in the shadows, who stands with you in the fire, who goes before you into the unknown, I remain unchanging and ever near. I will be a wall of fire around your life. I will place peace like a river within your soul. I will redeem what was stolen from you without cause. I will unearth the callings buried by shame. I will awaken the dreams laid to rest by sorrow. I will robe you in garments of glory, tailored not by man, but by heaven itself. I will not allow the final chapter of your story to be written in disgrace. Let these words not merely enter your ears, but pierce your very soul like a holy flame that refuses to be quenched. Let them echo through the chambers of your memory like incense that lingers long after the fire has faded. Whether dawn stretches its light across your path or night settles quietly upon your shoulders, my voice shall be present, unwavering. I am not a distant observer. I am the God who walks beside you, who whispers truth in the silence and breathes courage into the hollow places of your heart. I do not grow weary. I do not withdraw. My presence will uphold you like the arms of eternity cradling your fragile frame. I have called you, not by accident or whim, but by divine design, crafted before the foundations of the earth were laid. Therefore, wrap yourself not in fear, but in the garments of readiness, and fasten your soul to the everlasting certainty of my word. What I have spoken will not return void. My timing is perfect, and my hand is never late. In the power of the Father, the grace of the Son, and the fire of the Holy Spirit, let your feet press forward with unwavering faith. Let every heartbeat echo with confidence in my faithfulness. Let hesitation fall away like dead leaves before the wind. Let doubt dissolve like mist beneath the rising sun. Rise, even when the weight of your soul resists the morning. Rise before the noise of the world drowns out my whisper. Come to me before your mind is flooded with demands and distractions. In that sacred stillness, as light kisses the earth once more, my glory will rest upon you. The shadows within you shall scatter, and clarity will descend like dew from heaven. My truth will not merely touch your thoughts, it will saturate your being like rivers of living water flowing into the driest corners of your soul. Strength shall be renewed, not from within your own effort, but from my spirit, which never runs dry. Turn your gaze from the swirling confusion of the world. Close your ears to the lies that seek to unsettle your faith. Fix your attention on me, and make the inner sanctuary of your heart a place of unceasing communion. Lay aside every distraction that seeks to divide your mind, and offer your time not to fleeting things, but to the one who formed you, who holds your every breath in his hand. I am calling you not to walk by what you see, but by the assurance of faith that transcends understanding. Though storms rise and paths seem hidden beneath the fog, I will illuminate the way. I do not leave my children to wander. I lead them, step by holy step, through valleys and over mountains alike. You carry burdens that feel impossible. You fight battles that no one sees. You have wept in silence, convinced at times that I have forgotten. But hear me, I have never turned away. I have never withheld my love. You are mine. I have enveloped you in the covering of my covenant, eternal and unbreakable. Even when lies come, dressed in logic and wrapped in emotion, trying to convince you that I am distant or cold, remember what I have declared: my love is everlasting. My compassion is not restrained. I do not rejoice in your struggle, I am in it with you. When your legs give way, I carry you. When your breath grows shallow, I breathe for you. You, my child, are not merely surviving, you are being prepared. You are being strengthened for what is greater, for what is sacred. I am not molding you for small things. I am shaping you to walk in divine authority, to live with purpose, to shine with a light that cannot be extinguished. I long for you to know me not as an idea, but as your defender, your shelter, your unshakable hope. Believe in the impossible, even when the natural realm shows no evidence. Expect the movement of my hand, even when every door seems closed and the night feels long. Your faith, even if it feels frail and trembling, is precious to me. And I tell you this, when placed in my hands, even the smallest seed becomes a tree that shakes the earth. Return to my promises as if starving for life, and you will be fed. Run from the paths that lead only to despair. Cast your cares into the arms that bore the weight of the cross. I have seen your labor done in secret. I have counted every tear. I have marked every moment you chose to keep going when giving up would have been easier. You have not gone unnoticed. You have not been forgotten. Even now, new life begins to rise from the places you thought barren. Dreams thought dead are stirring. Desires buried by pain are awakening. Where you thought your soul had withered, I am pouring living water. You nearly let go, convinced the last thread of strength had snapped. You believed the flame had flickered its last. But I am the Lord your God, and I am here to lift you up, not to merely restore, but to adorn you with my favor and wrap you in the radiance of my mercy. Prepared to receive not just for yourself, but for the many I will touch through you. Healing is coming where there was devastation. What was broken will be made whole. What seemed final will be rewritten by my hand. Your endurance has birthed compassion. Now I will release you to be a vessel of my light in places still gripped by shadow. Stand in readiness, for I am loosening every chain that held back your provision. The resistance that hindered your breakthrough is crumbling beneath the weight of my word. I have declared blessing over your life, and no man, no force, no lie can seal what I have chosen to release. When I open the gates, they remain open. When I establish your steps, they do not falter. Let this truth take root deep within you. With me, nothing is beyond reach. Lift your eyes. Lift your hope. I will not meet your expectations. I will exceed them, for I am the God who delights in abundance beyond comprehension. This is the moment I have ordained, not by chance, not by human design, but from the very depths of eternity, long before the first sunrise touched the earth. I have carved this hour into the story of time, and it bears your name. Rise now, not in your strength, but in mine. Rise not into the patterns of the world, but into the path I myself have formed beneath your feet. This path is marked not with ease, but with glory, not with the common dust of men, but with the weight of my presence, with the wonder of my spirit, with the fire that descends from my throne and not from the hands of man. Hesitate no longer. Let your heart cling to me with unwavering trust. I will reveal what the minds of scholars could never fathom, what kings and prophets longed to see but could not. You shall witness with the eyes of the Spirit what flesh has never perceived. Your soul shall taste the depths of my glory, and you will know, not merely by knowledge, but by encounter, what it means to walk in the secret place of the Most High. I am not distant from your life, nor am I confined to sacred places made by hands. I am stepping into your home. I am entering the rooms where you wept in silence. I am filling the air you breathe with my peace. My glory shall hover like a sacred mist above your household, and my presence will be a song that never fades, a melody of assurance that clings to every wall, every whispered prayer, every quiet act of devotion you offered when no one saw but me. I have heard the groans you buried in the darkness. I have watched you press forward when strength failed and the world turned its back. I have counted every tear not as water, but as a holy offering poured before me in secret. Not one act of surrender has gone unnoticed. Not one fast, not one whispered plea, not one act of faithfulness passed my gaze. Even when you were exhausted, even when your heart ached under the weight of isolation, you placed me at the center of your life, and I have seen it all. Hear me now, my beloved. The spirit of lack shall no longer make its home within your walls. I am removing fear from the soil of your soul. I am breaking every hidden root that grew in the night when no one could see. The season of drought is being broken. You have endured faithfully, and I will not allow your seeds to fall to the ground in vain. I am the Lord of the harvest, and the harvest is coming quickly. Not by your effort, but by my decree. I will pour out into your life a flood of goodness, health that revives the body, peace that stills the heart, courage that roars against darkness, and joy that flows like a river that never runs dry. My words are not idle. They are not like the fleeting declarations of men who forget their promises. What I speak is sealed. What I declare is accomplished. No force in heaven or on earth can restrain what I have already released. My word does not return void. It performs, it fulfills, it breaks open what has been shut. Prepare the soil of your heart to receive the shift I am bringing. Let go of the chains of old grief. Refuse to wear the garments of sorrow any longer. You are not the product of pain, you are the dwelling place of my spirit. I am placing discernment upon you, so that you may walk wisely among open doors. I am clothing you in strength, not the strength that the world imitates, but the power that rises from intimacy with me. You will steward what I give not with fear, but with holy wisdom, and what I place in your hands will multiply, spilling over to bless others, to awaken the weary, to raise the brokenhearted from their dust. Let your worship rise like incense from the altar of your soul. Let trust be the anthem of your days. I am moving even now, before your eyes see it, behind the veil of time, shifting the atmosphere around you. I am peeling off the garments of heaviness, the hidden weights you thought were yours to carry forever. Despair, resentment, fear, they are losing their grip. I am rewriting your name, reawakening your identity, not one shaped by rejection or human failure, but by the truth of who I say you are. You are not forsaken. You are not forgotten. You are mine, and in me you are free. Chains are breaking. Mindsets are shifting. You are about to walk through doors no man could open. I am preparing rooms you didn't even know existed. Where silence once lingered, laughter will bloom again. Where hearts grew cold, love will return and dwell richly. I am restoring what you thought was lost beyond recovery. My hand rests upon your life with purpose, and no lie of the enemy can erase what I myself have written into the pages of your destiny. Let fear find no voice in your mind, for my love, the kind that casts out all fear, is your covering. You are not defined by the chaos of the present age, but by the eternal word I have spoken over you. Do not lend your ears to mockery or contempt. Their noise is powerless in my courts. Their slander is dust beneath your feet. My truth stands unshaken. My voice thunders above the noise. My promises endure when every other word crumbles. Opposition will rise, but I will be your shelter. The storm may howl, but I remain your stillness. Bring me your burdens, not once, but always. I never grow weary of your cries. I never turn away the desperate or the broken. Your tears are precious. Your voice is known in heaven. Let your heart remain tethered to mine, for when all else is shaken, I remain immovable. You are not collapsing. You are being rebuilt on a foundation that hell cannot shake. Those who once spoke against you will stand in awe of what I've done. They will not recognize who you have become, because you have chosen to live by my word and not their opinions. The pain that once tormented your sleep has been cast far from you. The fog of confusion is lifting. The day you now step into is holy, carved for my mercy, saturated with peace that does not bow to logic or fear. Walk forward, not blindly, but boldly. Your spirit already knows. The shift has begun. You are not small. My strength is alive in you. You are not chained to failure. You are not buried under yesterday. You are not defeated, you are rising. And your rising is not a distant dream, but a present miracle. I have clothed you with light. I have placed my hand over your heart. And I whisper again, not as a stranger, but as the one who formed your soul, you belong to me. I am here. Lift your voice, not with hesitation, not as one unsure, but as a child who knows his father hears. Declare not with trembling lips, but with a heart rooted in the truth of my word. Let your faith find form in sound. Let it break the silence that has gripped your nights. I have watched as sorrow held you in its cold arms. I have seen you carry the weight of unseen wounds, the kind that go unnoticed by the world but echo in the chambers of your soul. I have witnessed how trust was fractured by those you loved, how the embrace you longed for became absence, how words meant to heal were turned into weapons. Yet even as others stepped away, I stepped in closer. I did not flinch at your pain. I did not turn aside at the depth of your grief. I drew near. I knelt beside you. Every tear you've cried, I have caught. They are not forgotten. They are not wasted. They are held before me, each one like a pearl of intercession, a testimony that you continue to love me in the valley of weeping. Your pain has not vanished into the air, it has risen. It has become a fragrant offering, like incense rising to my throne. It has entered the courts where decrees are written, where healing is released, where chains are broken. It has touched the mercy seat. I have not turned away from your affliction. Others may have grown weary of your sorrow, but I have never grown weary of you. My love has not shifted with the seasons. I have remained constant, unmoved, unwavering. I am the Lord, and I do not change. My compassion does not dry up. My mercy is not measured in drops, but in rivers without end. I draw you still, each day, closer to my heart. You are not forsaken. You have never been alone. Your voice has not echoed into emptiness. Through the blood of my Son, the curtain was torn once and for all, and access was granted, not just for the righteous, but for the broken, for the weary, for the ones who feel they have nothing left. Come boldly. Come with your trembling hands and aching heart. Come with your shame and your silence. I will not turn you away. I will not chastise your weakness. Speak to me, not in formality, but as one who belongs. Speak as a child to a father. Speak as one known, chosen, and dearly loved. I hear you. I see you. I receive you, not as a stranger, but as my own. Let your tears come freely, you need not hide them. I do not dismiss your weeping. I gather it. I let it soak the soil of your soul, preparing it for what I am about to plant. The pain you carry is not a burden I ignore, it is a place I enter. I step into the hollow parts of you, the abandoned places, the silent rooms you closed off long ago. I fill them, not with temporary relief or fleeting comfort, but with my peace, the kind that makes no sense to the world, yet calms the storm within you. My peace doesn't just settle on the surface. It takes root. It moves deep into your bones. It silences the war inside your thoughts. It steadies what fear tried to shake. And hear this, not as a wish, but as a certainty sealed in the chambers of heaven, joy is coming. Not a joy made of shallow laughter or empty ease, but a joy that has been tested in fire, refined in trial. A joy that knows pain and still sings. A joy that lifts your chin and places strength in hands that once hung limp. This joy is not distant. It is already moving toward you. It is my answer to your anguish. It is my gift to your endurance. Every ache has softened your heart like earth before the seed. Every disappointment has made space for divine appointment. What I am about to unfold will not be ordinary. It will not carry the fingerprints of man. It will bear my signature. It will echo with my voice. It will be marked with the fragrance of heaven. I am not holding back from you. I am not indifferent to your longing. My storehouses are not locked. Heaven is ready. My favor is not earned, it is given. And I give with joy, not reluctance. I give in measure that overwhelms lack and silences scarcity. I give until your cup overflows, until your lips testify, until your soul becomes a witness of abundance. I will lift the weight from your shoulders, the weight of fear, of shame, of never enough. I will robe you in garments of freedom. You will walk differently. You will move with confidence. You will live as one who knows you are seen, chosen, kept. So now, I call you, not with suggestion, but with authority. Stand. Do not remain fallen in the dust of despair. Rise, not by the strength of your will, but by the power of my spirit within you. Move again, even if your steps are small. Even if they tremble. Even if no one else sees. Do not be lulled into stillness by sorrow. Rest when you need, but never confuse rest with surrender. Rest, and let me renew you. Then rise again. Let passion return to your bones. Let the fire I lit within you burn again. Let your labor be a song of defiance against despair. Let your obedience be your warfare. Walk the path I have drawn, even when the road narrows, even when the voices of others confuse or accuse. Be steadfast. Let nothing sway you from the course I have marked out. Wear courage like a mantle. Let your gentleness be fierce. When hatred rises, answer with grace. When injury comes, return it with kindness. Not because you are weak, but because you are filled with my strength. Bless even those who curse. Feed those who hunger, though they would not feed you. Pour out what you've received. But stay wise. Be shrewd. Let your heart be open, but guarded. Not everyone deserves the treasure I've placed in you. Use discernment. Walk in quiet strength. Let your peace be immovable. Let the wicked plot, but do not be shaken. Keep your lips from bitterness. Keep your spirit from revenge. Keep your counsel in secret chambers. I will fight your battles. I will make your righteousness shine like the dawn. Those who oppose you will tire themselves in vain. They will rage and fall. Your peace cannot be stolen. Your steps cannot be undone. What I have purposed in you will not return void. It will be fulfilled. And as each step forward unfolds beneath your feet, my presence remains steadfast beside you. With every motion upward, I uphold your frame, unseen yet unshaken. I am guiding you to a threshold, a place you once only dreamed existed. There, beyond what eyes have longed to see, lies the very fulfillment of promises planted before time began. But do not look only to the moment of arrival, for the sacred path does not commence at the door. It begins here, now, in this hushed place where your soul meets mine, where trust is formed not by sight but by surrender, and stillness becomes the soil for all that shall come to pass. There is a richness around you, even now, hidden beneath the surface of what appears ordinary. There is more reason to give thanks than your senses can gather in a single glance. Gratitude is not merely a posture, it is a key, a melody that shifts the atmosphere within you. When it flows from your heart as rhythm, your mind will be renewed. The veil will lift, and even the shadows will seem less threatening, for you will know, deeply know, that your path is held in hands that do not falter, hands scarred by love, hands that shape the stars and cradle your future. I do not dwell among the proud whose lips are full but hearts are closed. I dwell with those whose spirits bend low in reverence, whose hunger for me outweighs their need for answers. I make my home in the quiet heart, the one that trembles not in fear but in hope, in the awe of belonging to the one who formed them. You are not forgotten, not lost in a noise. You are seen, known, held, and yes, chosen. I see the heaviness that rests upon your shoulders, the silent ache you carry behind smiles and still nights. I see the quiet prayers whispered for the healing of those you love, for rest to return to your soul, for ground that does not shake beneath your feet. These longings are not flaws, they are holy echoes, remnants of Eden, still alive within you. But do not let desire be distorted by fear. Do not let your longing be overtaken by shadows. There are days when your gratitude grows quiet and the enemy slips in unnoticed, his lies wearing the mask of logic. He whispers just enough to rattle the truth, birthing fear, and fear, left unchecked, becomes despair. And that despair wraps like fog around your hope, trying to dim the light within you. Yet even in those moments, I am not absent. I remain. I wait, not with disappointment, but with mercy. I wait for your days to rise, for your voice to awaken, for you to wield the very authority I've already placed in you. Before the foundations of the world were set, before you ever inhaled your first breath, before a single heartbeat thudded in your chest, I knew you. I loved you. Not because of what you would become, not for any perfection you could perform, but because love is who I am. That love flowed from me into your beginning. It was your first inheritance, your first home. I wrote every day of your life before it was lived. I saw every season. I marked every sorrow and laced it with hidden mercy. My love did not wait for your worthiness, because my love does not calculate. It simply is, eternal, unchanging, unshaken. I loved you when you ran. I loved you when the distance between us seemed wider than oceans. And I loved you still when you turned back, breathless and broken. You came not wrapped in victory, but raw with need, and that is what stirred my heart. You returned not with a crown of deeds, but with trembling hands and open heart, and I received you. Every time you stumble, I remain unmoved in my affection. Your weakness is no threat to me. Your failings do not surprise me. I am not disillusioned by your humanity. I see beneath the surface. I see the battle within you, the flame that flickers but refuses to go out. I do not walk away from those who collapse in weariness. I do not turn my back on the ones who fall, nor do I abandon the soul that aches to stand again. Your struggles do not disqualify you from my grace. They are the very places where my grace proves itself mighty. I do not measure you by your missteps. I see your love, the sincerity that outlasts every failure. I see the desire to stay near me, even when your steps falter. Your honesty is more precious to me than polished perfection. You do not come masked in pretense, and that humility is a fragrance to me. I have not called you to the heights of spiritual pride, nor to the performance of religion that hides emptiness behind a veil of words. I have given you something better, gentleness, depth, a strength that does not parade itself. I have placed within you a spirit that listens, that yields, that waits. Others may lift their voices in self-glory, but I have set your heart apart. And when you fall, and yes, at times, you will fall, you rise not beneath the weight of shame, but under the covering of trust. You rise with the awareness that I am still here, that my presence has not fled, that my arms are still open. Let no voice on earth convince you otherwise. Let no whisper of condemnation find a resting place within you. For I have called you mine, and what I have declared over you cannot be overturned. You do not chase after wealth. You do not thirst for applause. What moves you most is love, pure, selfless, interceding love. You bear the names of others in your prayers like treasures, lifting them to me with hope. And I listen. Every word is recorded. Every sigh has reached my throne. I am already surrounding the ones you love. I will shelter them. I will bless them, not only with what you've asked, but with goodness you have not even thought to request. The time is near when doors long shut will swing wide. And when they do, do not look back. Walk through with courage. What has been nurtured in the unseen is preparing to burst forth in radiant light. There are things coming that will draw you forward, faces you've never known, places you've not dared imagine, paths that will both challenge and transform you. But each one is part of my design. With patience and perseverance, the discomfort of stretching will give way to joy, to purpose, to provision beyond your expectation. Already, you carry the most priceless treasure of all, my love that does not fade, my promise that does not break, my presence that never departs. Let this be your refuge when the storms rise. Let it quiet the noise, still the racing thoughts, silence the fear. I am your covering, your fortress, your guardian. I surround you each morning with mercies that are new, with grace that is fresh like dew. Let your waking breath be aware, not of the world's demands, but of my nearness. My voice, my hand. The winds may howl, but they cannot drown me out. The world may shake, but I do not tremble. I have not surrendered control. I never will. Every battle that looms large in your mind, I already stand victorious over it. You will see the evidence soon. You will understand what now is hidden. Because I am clearing the way. Even when you can't see it, even when the door still looks closed, I am working. I always have been. Even now, while your thoughts reach toward me in the silence of your heart, I am already moving. While your eyelids rest in sleep and your breath deepens in quiet surrender, I am orchestrating divine solutions that transcend understanding. My hand does not hesitate. My wisdom does not fail. I am not pacing the heavens in uncertainty, nor am I delayed by the circumstances that trouble you. I am the Lord, who was, who is, and who will always be. Before you spoke, I heard. Before you wept, I gathered your tears. And now I answer, not merely to fulfill your request, but to stretch your faith, to deepen your trust, to build within you something eternal and undefiled. I am not patching the old. I am not reviving what is broken just to let it fall again. I am crafting something new, something born of holiness, shaped by fire and sealed with my spirit. This is not a continuation of what has been. It is a divine genesis, a sacred unfolding. I am breathing life into a chapter you never wrote, yet have always needed. The past will not define the shape of your tomorrow, because I am speaking light into what was once dark and calling forth the fullness of my plan over your life. Do not allow the noise of men to weigh you down. Their judgments carry no authority before my throne. Their opinions are like mist before the morning sun, gone with a breath. Lift your eyes. Lift your countenance. Not in arrogance, but in sanctified assurance. For I, the Lord your God, declare that you are mine. You are not cast aside. You are not forgotten. You are called, handpicked, and set apart. Not by your works, but by my mercy. Not by your strength, but by my love. I have clothed you in garments of righteousness. I have marked you with my name. And I say, you are pure. You are holy. You are chosen. Let them whisper. Let the jealous speak. Let the world fail to understand. None of it can penetrate the sanctuary of my presence. In my sight, I behold you in truth. I see your motives, your endurance, your capacity to love even when it hurts. I know the depth of your faith, hidden from others, but precious in my eyes. Let my word dwell richly in you. Let it be your melody when the world grows cold. When cruelty surrounds you, run to me. Let my arms become your shelter. Let my nearness still your shaking soul. I will be the fortress you never have to leave, the sanctuary that cannot be shaken, the peace that surpasses every storm. You were never alone. Not for a single breath. I was beside you when the nights dragged on without comfort. I was with you when the tears came silently, too sacred for words. I walked with you when your hands were tired, your steps uncertain, your heart nearly undone. I held you in the quiet moments when no one clapped, no one noticed, but you kept moving forward anyway. I counted every sigh, every unseen act of obedience. And now I say, rise. Rise, my beloved. Not by might, not by your own strength, but by my spirit, which quickens even the weary and lifts even the faint-hearted. There is a stirring in your spirit. Gentle, but undeniable. A holy awakening is taking root, unseen by the world, but fully known by me. I am drawing you into a deeper communion, where your understanding will be sharpened and your vision made clear. What once seemed distant, veiled, or unreachable will soon become radiant with revelation. I am imparting wisdom that the earth cannot teach and no book can contain, wisdom from above, birthed in intimacy with me. It will be a fire within your bones, a lamp to your feet, a voice in the stillness. Through this, you will walk not just in belief, but in embodiment. You will not merely speak of me, you will radiate me. Your life shall become an offering, not of mere words, but of transformation. Where others see weakness, they will witness endurance. Where others expect despair, they will encounter hope. And they will know, this is the work of my hands. They will see in you the evidence of one who abides, not in the flesh, but in my spirit. Your love, your faith, your resilience, they will not be your own, but mine perfected in you. Lift your hands, not in desperation, but in holy anticipation. I am releasing blessings, true blessings, from heaven's storehouse. Not shallow gifts, but streams of favor, healing, provision, and restoration. Do not hesitate to receive them. They are not earned by your striving, they are extended through my promise. Keep your spirit awake. Stay steadfast. Be ready, for even now, the heavens open in your favor. The unseen trembles with movement. My angels are dispatched on your behalf, and my word is actively unfolding over your life. But above all else, guard your heart. Do not allow it to wander, even in seasons of abundance. Let your devotion to me remain unshaken. Love me not only in your triumphs, but in your weariness. Speak to me not only in celebration, but in silence. Let your faith be a flame that never dies out, even when the winds blow fiercely against it. Let your loyalty to me remain when all else feels unsteady, for it is then that my strength will rise in you all the more. Release what burdens you. Every fear, every dread, every restless thought, lay them before me. I never intended for you to carry them. My hands are strong enough for all of it. Let me be the warmth that wraps around your soul, displacing every shadow this world has tried to cast. My spirit is already working within you to accomplish what you cannot do in your own strength. Miracles will rise not from your effort, but from your yielded heart. You will witness wonders that bear no trace of human origin, only the unmistakable imprint of my glory. This is the threshold of something consecrated, something sacred. You will begin to sense the shift in the atmosphere around you. First in the quiet things, softened words, unexpected kindness, small reconciliations that open the way for greater healing. Where bitterness once ruled, joy will find root. Where tension lingered, peace will settle like gentle rain. My presence will rest upon you tangibly. Those who cross your path will not be drawn by charm or charisma, but by the fragrance of my spirit flowing through you. You are not who you once were. You are not who the world said you were. I am raising you into something entirely new, clothed not in shame, but in honor, marked not by failure, but by grace. You have longed for a love that lasts, for a purpose that won't fade, and I am answering with more than you asked. My word is taking root in the soil of your soul, and in due time, it will bear fruit that will never rot nor be cut off. My beloved, my delight rests upon you. You are not overlooked, not forsaken, not random among the many. I have called you by name, and you are mine. My heart rejoices over you with singing. I do not bless you with hesitation or limit, but with fullness, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. What I have spoken to you is not mere sentiment or symbolic gesture. It is eternal truth, breathed by my spirit, living and active, sharper than any sword, taking root deep within your soul. I have sown my promises like seeds into the soil of your innermost being, and they will not lie dormant. In their appointed season, they will rise, they will blossom, they will bear fruit that remains. Cling to what I have said, not loosely, not casually, but with fierce devotion, as though guarding a treasure too valuable to lose. Let my words dwell richly within you. Carve them into your memory and meditate on them through every rising and every falling of the day. Let them be as breath to your lungs and strength to your bones. I am your rock, your fortress, your refuge. I do not waver, and in me you will stand steady when the winds rage and the world shakes beneath your feet. You do not walk alone or aimlessly. Every step you take, I have seen ahead of time. Every road you face, I have already entered. There is no moment coming that has not already been touched by my hand and redeemed for my glory. The future is not uncertain to me. I have already written the pages you've not yet read. And in every line, my goodness flows. My intentions for you are soaked with mercy, overflowing with peace, overflowing with grace, overflowing with hope that will not disappoint. The beauty I have prepared for you cannot be extinguished by the shadows. No darkness can swallow what I have illuminated. My plan is not delicate, not easily broken. It is sovereign, sure, anchored in my eternal will, and layered with blessings yet unseen. Fix your gaze on me. Let your eyes remain lifted, undistracted. I do not withhold good from my children. I do not leave you empty-handed. I am your Father, and in me you will not lack. Let your heart take courage. Even when the storm rises without warning, even when the winds howl fierce and the path narrows into silence, let your soul remain unmoved. I am forming you into a sanctuary, a living temple built on the foundation that cannot be shaken, Christ, the cornerstone. When your limbs grow weary and your spirit aches from the waiting, lean wholly into my arms. I will sustain you. When the journey stretches longer than you ever dreamed it would, walk on with a holy determination. Each step you take in faith is sacred to me. I count them. I bless them. I walk within them. And when your strength has run dry, I will carry you, not for a moment, but for as long as it takes. My love encircles you, shielding you from within and without. My truth rises like morning light and dispels every whisper of despair. Before you lies a path not built by man but shaped by heaven's hand. It is glorious, radiant, far greater than what your heart has dared to imagine. What awaits you is not borrowed from the world, it is born of my spirit. It is not hindered by what you've lost, not disqualified by what you've endured. The beauty before you cannot be measured by earthly standards, for it is rooted in eternity. I am not bound by your scars. I am not intimidated by your pain. I am the healer of the brokenhearted, and I am at work in the depths where no one else can reach. Restoration is unfolding, even now. Healing that runs deeper than every wound is awakening in silence. Joy that does not tremble in the face of sorrow is drawing near. Do not return to the former things. Do not let the echoes of fear or shame carry more weight than the voice that formed you. My word over your life is final. My decree is not soft. It resounds with purpose. I have not called you to crawl through life in survival. I have called you to rise in fullness, to overflow, to radiate the life I have planted within you from the beginning. Let go of what once held you. Release the burdens that cling like chains. Let the remnants of the past fall like autumn leaves, scattered by the breath of my spirit. I am doing something new, holy, eternal, unshakable, and I am doing it not around you, not beside you, but within you. Even now, as you take in these words, I am not distant. I am moving. I am near. I am shifting the very air you breathe. I am surrounding you with my presence and filling the atmosphere with my light. I am threading glory into the moments you thought were ordinary. Your story is not in the hands of time or chance, it is in my hands. I am the author, and my ink is glory. My narrative for your life is not unfinished, it is unfolding. There are pages yet to be written, and every one of them carries my fingerprint, my wisdom, and my love. Though the silence may stretch longer than you expected and the ache of solitude may press hard, know this with certainty: you are never alone. You are never forgotten. I have carved your name into the palm of my hand. I am closer to you than the breath in your lungs, nearer than the beat of your heart. My presence is not a concept, it is your shelter. My hand is not a fury, it is your covering. I walk beside you in the unseen, I remain beside you in the storm, and I do not disappear when night falls. My love does not flicker with circumstance. It burns constant, a holy flame, and it will not go out. I am your God, the Lord who never breaks covenant. What I have spoken over you will not return void. So walk with confidence, not because you see the whole picture, but because you are held by the one who does. Walk in trust, not only when the sky is clear, but when the night conceals the path. Walk in surrender, not as one defeated, but as one who knows who holds all things together. Even when the ground beneath you shifts, even when the future seems veiled, I remain. I see the war within your thoughts, and I speak peace to your storm. I do not call you into striving, I call you into breakthrough, into holy advancement, into victory sealed by my Spirit. Every step you take in trust is a step into promise. Lift your gaze, not in trembling or in doubt, but with the unshakable assurance I have written into the very core of your being. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. Let your soul rise like the dawn breaking over the hills, quiet, steady, radiant with promise. Let every voice that dares to pronounce defeat over your life be silenced by the thunder of my truth. You are not the sum of your past wounds, nor the product of other people's failures to see your worth. You are mine. You bear my name upon your spirit, etched not in ink but in blood, blood that was shed to redeem, to restore, to claim you fully and forever. Before the foundations of the earth were set in place, I saw you. Not as an idea or a possibility, but as a masterpiece waiting to be unveiled. I shaped you with intentionality. I knit purpose into your every cell, and I infused your soul with a fire that no storm can quench. Your being is not random. Your breath is not accidental. You were born into this time, into this place, for divine reasons that heaven still sings over. Every detail of who you are has been crafted by my wisdom, and none of it is hidden from me. I see it all, your longing, your weariness, your hope flickering in the night. I hold it all in my hands, without wavering, without weariness. You were never meant to shrink beneath the weight of shame or fear. I did not form you to hide in corners or wander in confusion. I called you into the brilliance of my presence, to reflect the beauty of my holiness, to walk in the light as I am in the light. You are not a mistake. You are not unworthy. You are a vessel of my spirit, and I dwell within you not as a guest but as your eternal strength. What lies ahead may be beyond your understanding, but it is never beyond my power. I will carry out in your life what your strength cannot. I will fulfill what your prayers have not yet dared to fully imagine. Let hope rise within you like a tide that knows no retreat. Let faith grip your bones and anchor your days in the soil of my promises. Let courage take root, not as a fleeting emotion but as a holy resolve birthed in my presence. I am not far from you. I have never been distant. I am with you now, closer than your next breath, nearer than the pain that tries to steal your peace. The moment you stand in is not a mistake. This very hour is soaked in my mercy and saturated in my purpose. I do not appear only in the calm. I dwell with you in the storm. I do not withdraw in the face of your sorrow. I lean in. I cover you when the winds howl and the foundation trembles. I lift your head when it feels too heavy to raise. I wrap you in my presence when the night refuses to lift. Even when you feel surrounded by shadows, I place a fire within your spirit that declares my light cannot be overcome. The darkness does not define the end. It only reveals the brilliance of what I am about to do. You are not adrift. Though your thoughts may spin and your emotions may falter, I remain the rock beneath you. You may not see the pattern, but I am the weaver of your days. Every thread matters. Even those tangled in grief or doubt are being woven into glory. You are not to be measured by a single moment of pain. You are not to be defined by today's struggle. I have already declared who you are, and my word stands. My hand has not lifted from your life. My plan has not changed. I do not abandon the work of my hands. The shadows that rise against you will not prevail. The mountains that loom before you are not walls, they are altars upon which I will display my strength through you. You carry within you a might not born of effort, but of my indwelling spirit. This power does not come and go with your emotions. It remains. It strengthens. It leads. Where my spirit is, chains break. Where my spirit is, peace reigns. Where my spirit is, there is victory, not by human means, but by the power of heaven dwelling in the hearts of the yielded. You are not cast aside. You are not disqualified by struggle or stained by weakness. My grace covers you like armor. My mercy lifts you again and again. My faithfulness does not flicker when yours feels thin. I am your stronghold in chaos, your refuge in trouble, your shelter in every storm. I will not let you fall. I will not release my grip on your life. My favor surrounds you, not because of your perfection, but because of my promise. I have spoken it, and I do not lie. Hold fast to me. Not with anxious striving, but with the quiet trust of a heart anchored in truth. Let my promises be your foundation, your daily bread, your shield against the arrows of despair. My love is not fragile. It is not conditional. It is fierce and eternal and burns with a purity that will never fade. I have chosen you. I have called you. I have destined you for good works, prepared long before you took your first breath. You are not like others, for I have shaped you uniquely. You are not here to conform, you are here to reflect me. I have placed within you gifts that this world desperately needs. I have lit a flame in you that no darkness can extinguish. So when resistance rises, do not retreat. When discouragement whispers, lift your voice and speak what I have spoken. My word in your mouth is a sword. My truth in your heart is a fortress. Your battles are not in vain. They are the proving ground of the greatness I have already sown in you. Let these words live in you. Let them fill the hollow places, steady the shaking ground, and quiet the fears that still echo. Let them become the rhythm of your breath, the fire in your bones, the anthem in your silence. This is not a passing encouragement, it is the eternal decree of your Father. My word concerning you will not return void. My love will not fade with the seasons. My purpose will not fail under pressure. I am not merely present, I am actively at work, even now, even here, even in what feels like delay. I have not overlooked your tears.